that you need to do in order to access this Easter egg. One of them is to convince Dr. Lee to come back to the Brotherhood of Steel. She was kind of a runaway Brotherhood of Steel doctor who actually joins the Institute. It's fairly easy. Once you get inside the Institute, you'll pretty much know what to do. All you have to do is find a holotape for Dr. Lee. She will return to the Brotherhood of Steel and the Pride Inn, which is their giant dirigible and blimp, and you will then get the mission Liberty Reprimed after talking to Proctor Ingram. And Liberty Reprimed, as it sounds, is going to be the rebuilding of Liberty Prime from Fallout 3, this super mechanized robot that has like nukes and lasers. It's absolutely insane. So there's basically two things you need to do in order to get Liberty Prime back online. One of them is to build his electromagnetic actuators, which probably the hardest part of that is just getting a high-powered magnet, which really you have to go into one of the old hospitals and find a high-powered magnet from there. You should have the other components like screws and fiber optics and circuitry and rubber from just collecting the various things you find in the world of the Commonwealth. So once you have the battery, you're pretty much good from there. And then they will tell you one of the more difficult things, which is the fact that Liberty Prime doesn't have any of his nuclear bombs to throw at people. That would be an issue, especially if you need to find them, which is your next task. Now, luckily, you're actually told where these bombs are. They're actually on the edge of the glowing sea. All you have to do is go there and convince some child of Adam guy that you're going to be his savior and use the nuclear bombs for a good cause. And once you do that, you're pretty much good. You've applied all the weapons for Liberty Prime. You've gotten his batteries and his actuators going. And from there, it's pretty much just launching him and getting him started. So once you do all that, you actually get to see Liberty Prime kind of go through like a boot up sequence, which is pretty cool. He starts talking to himself and he says how he's going to kill all the red Chinese invaders. And just his commentary is pretty hilarious. And you get to see the improvements made to Liberty Prime from Fallout 3. It's an overall more enhanced and better weaponized robot, I guess you could say, and that will allow you to complete Liberty Prime. Now, after you do that, you're going to come to the point where you have to choose between the Brotherhood and the Institute. Now, if you want to access and use Liberty Prime and see him in action, you're actually going to need to join the Brotherhood, but I imagine if you're watching this video, it's because you want to join the Brotherhood and are interested in Liberty Prime. So you basically just have to follow the Brotherhood storyline, which will essentially tell you to lock and load with Liberty Prime. And then from there, your job is pretty much just to babysit him. I played this on normal difficulty, which is kind of the standard, and I was just following him around. Literally, you just babysit Liberty Prime as he goes around and he fires nukes and lasers at other people. And it's just an incredibly fun show to watch. Getting to watch Liberty Prime destroy Striders and Behemoths and just totally pick them up is totally worth it. One of the coolest experiences in the game, and it just gets to relive all those Fallout 3 memories that I had. So it was absolute blast. It was so much fun. And once Liberty Prime gets to the end of his mission, which is kind of close to the CIT, he's really going to do some crazy damage. He's going to like blast a hole into the ground, actually allowing you to get inside of the Institute. And that's basically what Liberty Prime is used for. And you can see your mission is complete there, form ranks, and that's pretty much it. You get inside the Institute, and that is the last you will see of Liberty Prime. He was pretty